What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Janae Kiara and thank you for clicking on my video. In today's video, well, obviously you guys can see that I'm in my car. I had to come step outside because I don't want my daughter to hear the situation of what is going on, because she's just a kid and I feel bad that we're even going through this. But let's just get right into the video. I don't have time to waste. Like, I've been wasting way too much time just in general, and I don't even know how to really come on here and say this, but I just know this is gonna be a video that all my ops are gonna love. They're gonna love this one because we're gonna get into it. Okay, so oh my god, I don't want to say this. I don't want to come on here and talk about this, but I feel like since I've shared so much of my life with you guys already, and you guys already know what my life is and just what it is, it's like it would be almost really fake of me not to share like the truth of it. So yeah, I didn't plan this out. I didn't write notes in my phone of like anything that I wanted to say. I'm just sorry, I had to like pause the video and then look at it and make sure that it was coming out at least somewhat worthy of me posting, because I'm just like that. I'm just like, this is why I've been so held back in life, because I'm like a perfectionist, but I've been trying to force my... Okay, anyways, I'm getting off topic. So I'm just gonna come straight out and just tell you guys that I am getting evicted. Yes, I'm getting evicted. Today is, I think today's like July 13th. I don't even know what today's date is, you guys. It's just been so much that I don't even know where to start. And this is why, like, it's just like every time I get back on YouTube it's just the same repeat every time I get back on YouTube. But this time is way worse. Like, out of all the worst things in my life that could possibly happen, this is the worst one. I have never in my 31 years of life on this planet, on this earth, I've never gotten evicted before. Like, ever. I've never gotten put out of nowhere before. This is my first time, and I think this is my 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my 4th apartment. So this is my 4th apartment that I've ever had, and this is my first eviction. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, I'm just gonna explain to you guys of what led up to this, because obviously I haven't been talking to you guys on YouTube. I haven't been showing up. I have not been putting myself out there. I haven't been doing nothing. And honestly, I'm not the type of person that likes to say like, oh, I'm depressed. Or if you know me, you know that I don't really use the word depressed a lot, because I'm not really ever depressed. And if I am depressed, I don't know that I am, because I don't really ever find myself depressed. Like, I can always go through something but still find something else to be happy about. But lately it's been really hard for me to keep going through like trials and tribulations and still keep finding something new to be happy about. Like, I haven't been finding nothing new to look forward to or to be happy about. I just know that life has just been really hard, and every day that I wake up I have to keep figuring things out. And I think at some point it became like fatigue. Like, it became like decision fatigue. I just got so exhausted of having to keep making decisions and coming up with decisions, and I don't know what to do. It's a complicated situation. That's how it started becoming in my mind. So obviously, if you're new here, then I will try to fill you in on like how this led up to this. Okay, so this all began, what, 2 years ago? I had like a urge, I would say like a urge, or to me it felt like I was being called to move to Vegas. But now looking back at it, I don't know what it was. I could have just been overthinking it, or just trying to play it into how I wanted it to go. I don't know, but honestly back then I felt that I was being pushed to move here. I kept having the same dream that I lived here for over 2 years. So from that, I decided to move out here with a friend of mine. This friend told me that I could stay with her, that we could work together, we could help each other, because we don't have any family out here. So I was thinking like, wow, this is perfect. I could move out there, I can stay with her for a little while until I find my own place, and I can just transfer my job out here. Things can work out. It didn't go like that. It did not go like that at all. I did move out here, I did move with her, but she ended up having to go back to California for reasons that I won't say, because it's not my business to tell. So when she left, that made me homeless, which I couldn't really blame her for that, because it's not like she put a gun to my head and made me move out here. I decided to pack up and move out here. So it did suck that that was the position that this person left me in, but ultimately I have to take accountability for that. So then I went to go stay with another friend. This friend helped me to get my last apartment that I was in, and when I was in that apartment, I stayed there for 1 year. But throughout the year, you will see, if you go back and watch my YouTube videos, you will see that I struggled really, really bad. Like, I never was able to buy a couch. I never was able to buy like nothing living in that apartment, because I never was able to get a job. I stayed in that apartment for 1 year. I didn't get my job until I lived there for a total of 7 months. When it got to 7 months, I did get a job through someone that I met on TikTok. This person helped me to get a job. I worked at that job for 9 months, but in the process of me working at that job, I was still living at that apartment. But when it was time for me to renew my lease, they basically said I can't renew my lease because I pay my rent late every month, and they gave me like a 30-day notice to vacate. So I was okay with that, because I did want to move and I didn't want to get evicted, but I wanted to move and I wanted to end my lease with them to go somewhere cheaper. So I was okay when they did that, and that's when I moved here, where I'm at right now. And when I moved here, my rent was only supposed to be a certain price, a very, very low price. I purposely moved here specifically for the low price. And you guys, I'm gonna be 100% honest right now. I moved here to a 1-bedroom because I wanted my rent to be very, very low, something that I could afford. If I was to ever lose my job, I wanted it to be something that, like, if something happened, I can just come up with the money on my own. So basically, I moved here, and then I still had the job. I still stayed there until March of this year, which is 2026. So I left that job in March 2026 of this year. I quit because it was a lot of things. Some things I cannot say on here because I could get in trouble with the law and they can too. So I can't say the full story of why I quit, but besides those issues, the other issue became the schedule. The schedule wasn't gonna work for me anymore because I can't really say it, but basically I had a babysitter and she only agreed to watch my daughter for one day of the week. But when my other babysitter left, I asked her if she could watch my daughter like full time, which was 40 hours a week, and luckily she said yes, and she did that for me. But she let me know, like, when it comes to April, she can't do it anymore because her kids have sports and she has to be there for them. She has to take them to their games, and I understood that, and I totally understood. And at that moment, that left me without a babysitter anymore. And my job, my hours were 2 p.m. to 10. So I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from 2 to 10. So my daughter goes to school Monday through Friday, so she would need someone to pick her up because my schedule is from 2 to 10, and her babysitter used to pick her up on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays because I work from 2 to 10. So she gets out at 3, so her babysitter would pick her up at 3. So it worked out. But now that her babysitter let me know that she can't babysit no more, this is such a long story, but anyways, she let me know that she couldn't babysit anymore. So that's when I had no choice but to quit, because if I work from 2 to 10 and she can't pick her up no more, there's nobody else who can pick her up. So it left me with no other option but to quit. So I did try to get unemployment. That didn't work. They denied me. I had to try to appeal it. They still denied me because they felt like I didn't try all of my options with them, which I did, and I showed them proof, like that I asked for a schedule change for months. I told them from the beginning. It was just a lot. So basically unemployment denied me, so I never got that. And then I was supposed to start working at Mac. As you guys can see, I told you guys that months ago. I literally signed my offer letter with them months ago, and I don't know what has happened with that job. I don't know why, it just seems like everything that I do out here, it just falls through. No matter what it is, it just doesn't work out, and I don't understand why. But that job, it fell through. I emailed them and I was basically saying like, hey, I already signed my offer letter. When do you guys want me to start? And they let me know that the company was having like a statewide transition, like they're transitioning over to a whole new database or something, and it would be after July 5th that transfer would be complete. So after that, like basically the whole company is on hold as a whole. That's what they told me. And they were saying like after July 5th they can let me know of like how to move forward. But I already completed like my I-9 and verified my identity, did all that, did all the forms, documents, everything that I needed to do, and I just didn't hear nothing back from them, and then I just kept emailing them, trying to reach out, and I still don't have an answer. The only thing they told me to do was just keep reaching out to the field executive, which is the person that hired me, but he doesn't respond, and he's the one who sent me the offer letter in the first place. So I don't know, I just don't know what else to do. Like, I call them, they tell me I have to speak to him because he's like he's in charge of the whole Las Vegas region. So it's just weird. I can only go through him and he doesn't respond. So that left me in a position, because I was relying on that. I was relying on my unemployment. I thought that I was gonna get that, and I was relying on that job at Mac, and I was relying on those for months, and I was waiting on those for months, and it didn't happen. Neither of them happened, and I was shocked, because normally any other time when I apply for unemployment, I always get it. Like in California, I always get unemployment easy. Like, it's not I don't have to go through court trials and like documentation. I don't have to go through none of that. I just get my unemployment. But when I come out here, it's a whole process, and then they really deny you. Like, they fight really hard. They don't want to give you unemployment. And even I should have known that, because when I worked there, they told me like they don't fire none of their employees. All they will do is take you off the schedule, because they want you to quit on your own, so they don't have to pay you unemployment. So from that, I should have known it wasn't going to be easy, but I didn't have any other choice but to quit that job. No matter what, I had no other option, because there's nobody else who could pick my daughter up from school but me. So that is what happened. I relied on those two things, and I didn't really make a lot of moves. I got really depressed. I've been at low points in my life, but this time it was just like, I mean, it still is. I'm still like really down and out about like what is happening right now in my life, because it's just really hard for me to come to terms with the fact that I should have never came out here. That's how I feel. Like, that's just how I feel. When I think about it, I had a place back home that I could afford easily, and my bills were paid. My phone bill was always paid. My car insurance was always paid. My utilities, everything was always paid. And if there was ever a time when I couldn't pay my rent, they had resources to help you. There's a lot of resources. There's just a lot of help. You don't have to, they don't allow you to the point where you have to completely fall on your ass to help you. They don't do that to you in California. And I just expected it to be like that out here in Las Vegas, and that is where I truly fucked up at. I did not know Las Vegas, there's no help. No matter which way you look, no matter which way you turn, you will not receive any help out here. That is why there's so many homeless people out here. It's just the city of homeless people. That's what it looks like to me. But anyways, yeah, I fell into this thing of like, I wish that I never came here. And it sucks. It sucks because sometimes when you take a big, huge risk, it can turn into something that, if it doesn't work out, you can really, truly regret that. And at that moment, I regretted everything. I was exhausted. I was just fed up of every month paying my rent late. How am I going to pay this? How am I going to pay that? Luckily, God came through for me a lot of the time. He did. But this time, he did not come through for me. And before this happened, I already knew it was going to happen, because I kept thinking, like, I kept having this thought in my mind pop up, and it was like, are you still going to trust God? Are you still going to love God and speak highly of him even if he doesn't come through for you? And I kept saying, like, yes, I am. And I feel like God was like, okay, let me see. Let me put that to the test. I want to see, are you still going to worship me and praise me and speak highly of me if I don't do what you asked me to do? It was that, but it was also a mixture of, like, me being exhausted of coming up with solutions, and me being, like, just tired. I felt defeated, and I still do. Like, I feel like I came to Vegas and I've just been getting knocked down. Like, I feel like I've been in a boxing match this whole time, and I just keep getting knocked down. And it's like, you know, when you get knocked down so many times, it's just like, okay, I give up. Like, I don't want to keep doing this no more. I don't. And when I tell people that I talk to, they get mad at me, and they're like, oh, well, if you go back to California, it's going to be a lot worse. But my life in California, it was not worse. So when they say that, I don't get it. And it's like, you keep telling me not to go back home, but you're not helping me out here in Vegas either. So just because you want me to stay here because you think that I should, that doesn't mean that I should stay here if it's not working for me and you're not actually helping me either. I don't get it. Like, I never understood why a person would tell someone to stay somewhere but they're not helping them. It would be different if they were like, oh yeah, stay in Las Vegas and I could try to help you get back on your feet. They're not saying that to me, so it's just like, why would I stay here? In a way, I don't want to stay here no more. I just don't. It's super hot. Like, even right now, I'm sweating. I'm dripping sweat down my back. I'm sweating. Like, it's so hot, and I don't want to sound like a complainer, and I don't want to sound like a whiner. And I know a lot of people would be like, you should be thankful. Like, you still have a lot to be grateful for. And I do. I really do. But it doesn't take away from the fact that this situation sucks. It could have been avoided if I would have just stayed home. But I guess life is all about, like, just taking risks and trusting God, trusting the process, trusting that he's leading you somewhere even when it doesn't make sense, even when you can't see what he's doing. I guess it's just really all about having faith for what you can't see. But obviously that's a lot easier said than done. And right now, I am worried about my situation, but I'm not gonna cry about it. I've already cried a lot about it, and I purposely waited to make this video because I didn't want to cry. I wanted to actually be able to talk to you guys about what's going on instead of crying, because I mean, crying is not going to help the situation at all. So I don't want to keep crying. Yes, it really hurt my feelings. I was really sad when God didn't come through for me, but I also knew in the back of my mind, like, what I was supposed to be doing, and I wasn't doing that either. So it's like, why would he come through for you if you're not obeying what he's asking you to do? And I wasn't. I was just doom scrolling. I was just very comfortable just ordering DoorDash. I literally gained a lot of weight. Not really like on my arms and stuff, but like on my stomach. And I would rarely go to the gym, rarely read my Bible. I only did it like a couple days, and then I just fell right back into my same habits, but worse this time. Like, you know, I'm out here in Vegas by myself, so I would sit there and be lonely. Yes, I have my daughter, but she's just a kid. She's only 7 years old, and I need like adult interaction. I need adult entertainment. So I would call people on FaceTime from back home that I know and sit there and get drunk. Yeah, I just was doing a lot. I fell back into lust. I fell back into doom scrolling, disobedience, not reading my Bible, not working out, just not doing anything that I should be doing. And I kind of just felt like, oh well, like, what if I don't want the things that God wants for me? What if I just want to be like this? What if I just want to stay like this? But that's not really an option. We don't have control over our life. So I can't say that. Even though if I do want to have that, I can't really say that. I have to stick to what God wants for me, because obviously God knows what's best. This is a pretty long video. It's just really been a lot, but right now, tomorrow what I have to do is pack up my apartment, which obviously I don't have a lot. Like, every time I move, I lose more and more and more of my stuff. But the stuff that I do have now, I have to pack that up and put that in a storage. And yeah, I still don't have a job, so I still don't know what to do. Like, my wish is that, and obviously this is a wish that everybody wishes for, like, we all want this wish. Like, I wish that I could just be somewhere where I didn't have to pay rent, like, for at least a year. Like, I wish I had a mom or a dad or a family member that I could call them and go back home, and they really allowed me to just stay there and fix my life of what I just came out here and destroyed. Like, I wish I could just call my mom or call my dad or call somebody and stay there, and they actually let me stay there so I can fix my credit. I just came to Las Vegas and fucked my credit up, all the way up. Like, now I have an eviction that's gonna be on my name. But I wish I just had somewhere that I could stay for a year and I just didn't have to pay rent. Then I could fix my credit, get a job, get a new car. I thought that I was gonna come to Vegas, get a new car. Everything that I thought that I was gonna do, it didn't work out. And the fact of me waking up every day seeing that it wasn't working out, that was depressing me even more. Like, my car, it needs new brakes, and I can't even get that. It's just so much. It's just like a huge weight on my back, and it's very, very heavy because I'm only one person. I don't have a mom that I can call up. I don't have a dad. I don't have a grandma. I do have them. They are alive. They're just not a part of my life. Like my dad, I don't even have his phone number. So, and my mom always would say like, oh, don't say that, because then you're gonna make yourself an easy target for people. But it's like, then what am I supposed to do? I don't get it. If I don't have family, but I'm not supposed to say that I don't have family. It's just like, oh my god, I really see how people end up going crazy. Like, I see how people end up losing their mind. It could get like that. Like, you could really end up losing your mind in this world. I feel like now I understand how people could get addicted to drugs and become alcoholics and become drug addicts and all these other type of things. I'm not saying that that's what I'm gonna do personally, because I don't like drugs. I mean, I do like to drink alcohol, but I don't like it that much. So I wouldn't be like an alcoholic, but I can definitely see why people turn to certain things, because life is really hard, and especially when you're putting yourself in hard situations for no fucking reason, it's just like, it's just really hard. And another reason why I fell behind with my rant is because I thought that God was calling me to quit my job. I thought that because I had no other choice to quit, I thought that he was saying like, just go ahead and quit and I will still help you, like how he helped me last year. I thought that I would have the same grace, but it's like, last year I was putting a lot more effort into my YouTube. This year I didn't put nearly no effort into my YouTube, so I feel like that's probably why he was like, no, I can't help you this time, because you won't even get up to help yourself. And it's true. Like, I wouldn't get up to help myself. But this is just life. Obviously, we all have to go through ups and downs, and this will just be a part of my testimony. Yes, it really, really sucks. It sucks really bad, and it's really embarrassing. But I'm posting this to let you guys know that I'm a human just like you guys. And I didn't want to post it, but the more I see people on social media talking about what they're going through, some people are going through a lot way worse than me, and they're getting on social media talking about it. And some people are going through my same situation too, and they were being obedient by making the video for me to see, and that made me feel better about myself, so I can make the video for more people to see, so more people can speak up, and we can all speak up, and it's helping each other, because the more we all speak up about what we're going through, the more that we can come together to fix the problem, because this is a big problem right now. The rent is out of control. It's literally sky high. My rent was only supposed to be $1,370, but it jumped up to $2,000 last month, and that is outrageous. That should not be allowed to do at all whatsoever. Their reasoning behind it was that the water for the building, we all split it, and then electricity for my building, we all split it. And then I guess because last month they removed my not last month, but I guess it would be May now. That was the last month that I paid my rent. But in May, they waived my late fees and stuff to be nice. But in June I was late again, so I guess they added them back on, and they also doubled it, and then they added like legal fees and late fees and all this other crap. Like, it should just never go from $13 to $2,000 for a 1-bedroom. Like, that's insane. I wasn't even paying that much at my last apartment. So it's just a big problem, and a lot of people are talking about it. I didn't want to talk about it, but I feel like a responsibility to do it, because I just don't know who might see it and who it could help and who it could save them, just so that they know that they're not alone. I'm going through it too. We've all had to go through life. But my battery's about to die, you guys, so this is gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.